Hello. By the time this video is out and you're watching it, the TSA, Transport and Security Administration, everywhere at all the ports and of course airports, are going to require every US citizen to bring an ID, a real ID, to prove their identification when having their security checks. Now this seems to upset a few people, and I'm not sure why, which I will explain in a second, but if you do not have a real ID going through TSA, to get through TSA, you're going through security before you get to the scanning where they check you for metals and see what's in your bags, nothing over 100 mil. You get checked by your boarding pass and an ID to go through the Transport Security Administration area. You can't film there, you can't take photos because they tackle you and go, what are you doing? So you can't do it. Don't do it. It'd be fun to watch, but no, do not do it. This is taken into effect February 1st, 2026, because if you do not have your real ID, there was going to be a $45 fee option for air travelers without a real ID. And if you pay that, you'll have to pay that fine because they won't let you through. You have to pay that and we'll maybe let you through. That $45 only lasts you 10 days. So they are kind of forcing people to get a real ID. But what is a real ID? Did some reading, did some all this. How to get a real ID. A Real ID Act is a law that sets higher security standards for state-issued driver's licenses and ID cards. 1, 2, 3, 3 options. I think you have to bring all three. Yep, all three. Process of getting, you need your ID, a birth certificate, a passport, or a green card. That's if you're not a US citizen. Social security number and residency, a lease agreement, mortgage, utility bill, or bank statement. So apparently, as well, getting this real ID has been in the works, trying to be implemented since 2008. Now, I'm not sure, but those things seem quite basic because I know in growing up in Australia, you needed those. If you didn't have any of those things, they'd be like, well, we can't really give you a driver's license. You might have passed the test, but we need a bit more info, mate. We need a bit more info. And so having this, I went, that's the basics. And that is exactly what I brought to the USA car thingy. Car rego place? Is that what you call it? I still call it rego. When you go to get your driver's license, I went in there, took a number, sat down and went, all right, here we go. And got it because I brought all those IDs. Now, all right, here you go. I thought it was quite smooth comparatively to when I was nervous, 16-year-old. I'm going to drive a car. Here you go. So they just want you to have what I consider a regular ID going through TSA. But that $45 price, holy, what if they're just going to see their kids? What if you have an older person who's just going to see their kids? They've got the caretaker and going, he's 105. He shouldn't really be flying. You're going to charge him $45 to get through. He's not driving anymore, is he? He's letting the pilot drive. He's letting his family members drive. So I just think that's, I guess my biggest thing is why who came up with that $45? And apparently at a certain point it was 18. Still not nice because that's a surprise thing. How many cups of coffee could you get at the airport with $18? Probably one. 45 you can get maybe two. When was it $18? It was $18. I saw it when I was around the band. I'm just on my other phone going looking at it. For a $45 fee, travelers can use this optional alternative identity verification system that provides access to air travel for those who need it. Old mate's going through, he might need it, but does he have $45 to spare? Come on, you can use it. Give me support. I just think, man, I don't see anything bad with that ID. I see what's bad is that stupid, large fee, $45. Why not spend that to some of the tenants that are in the facility? It's like, you want a drink? Oh, no, I can't do it. Well, why not? I just spent $45 getting through TSA. Oh, come on. And I think TSA, that is taxpayer funded because that's a federal thing, a federal thing. How do I know? Is when they had little cuts in that and all the flights were all going bleh earlier this year. Last year. It really affected flights because people were concerned that they won't be able to get through. So come on, $45? That's a night out. That's a nice dinner. $45, that's 3 coffees at the airport. Anyway, that's our biggest quib. If you didn't know, well, now you know. So I'm glad you watched this. But just get a bugger it, get an ID. Don't get charged that crap. That's all I'm saying. And TSA still makes you take off shoes if there's any piece of metal in it. Why? Because I went through 3 times and I finally took off my boots on the fourth time. Ugh. That's it. Okay, I'm done. I better stop ranting. Stop ranting. Goodbye. See you next time. Bye.